Hi folks, this video is about introductions and I'm going to show you what introductions should include and give you an example of one that does it really well. So introductions, there's only a few skills here. It's probably one of the easier parts of the essay to do well. You basically want what I call a 2D introduction. 2D because it defines and it sets out a direction. Define any interesting words in the question. And then direction, what's your essay going to argue, what's your line of argument throughout the essay. The introduction should be really concise, get straight to the question, no faffing about, use those words in the question in the first line and ideally right the way through the introduction. Keep it short. This is a perfect length of introduction, just a few lines, a few sentences, that's ample. Sometimes you'll get a word that can be defined in multiple ways. It's hard to see how this would apply here, but some questions you can say, well, this word might mean this, or it might mean this. Look out for that. It's a nice touch if you can find it. And lastly, when you do the direction sentence, you don't really need to say, I think that, whatever, just say the view, just give the view. Saying I is not a terrible thing to do, but it's just a pointless thing to do. Right, let's have a look at this example. The question is at the top there, I've underlined in red. To what extent is there conflict between the judiciary and the executive in the UK? And we see the two steps, the define and direction, coloured here. So first of all, the definition. The judiciary is the branch of government that is responsible for deciding legal disputes and presiding over the court system, while the executive, the other key concept, is the branch of government consisting of the Prime Minister, Cabinet Ministers and Junior Ministers. So, definition, absolutely. We've got two definitions there, really technical definitions. They're not kind of roughly what it is, they're exactly what those two things are. So the students clearly revised very, very well to remember those exact definitions. Is there anything else that they could have defined? Funny enough, they might have explored the word conflict a little bit in the introduction and actually explored what that meant. Maybe put out even possible different kinds of conflict. But that's optional. I certainly think this is very impressive work. As for direction, what's the student going to argue in their essay? It says there is conflict to a significant degree between the judiciary and the executive in the UK, as the judiciary has been exercising their powers in a way that the executive finds detrimental. So definitions, absolutely. Direction, very clear. We know exactly what the student's going to argue. Certainly concise. Hasn't said, I think, that. Multiple definitions, well, it's kind of hard to see how that comes into play unless you're going to define conflict, which might be an area to explore next time around.